guys, Tasso here, and today we're going to start on Bastion. A little late today because I overslept, like an idiot. But anyway, yeah, so Bastion is... Hey, hi Hazel! Yeah, feel free to lurk and have a good time. I'm just gonna try not to die horribly in this game as always. But yeah, so Bastion is Supergiant's first game that came out. And it's been a while since I played it, so I wanted to come back to it since I've played the other Supergiant Games minus Transistor on my channel. I just haven't played Transistor on my channel because I've played it so many times that playing it now wouldn't be fresh. So one day I'll actually get to that, but until then, it'll be Bastion. Actually, I should story. Yes. I hope they don't save my previous save file. But anyway, yeah, so Bastion is like Supergiant's first game. So it's actually a little bit clunkier and stuff. It's actually like, right now it's kind of like their weakest game. Like, it's still a great game overall, but it's definitely like their weakest game. Pick up from no sweat mode with unlimited chances. New game plus. Maybe I should do just new game plus. With all structures, spirits, and items unlocked. Nah, I think normal would be better. Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna start a normal game. Normal new game.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
Yeah, I remember playing this. Like, the first time I was like so stunned at the seemingly, like, you know, this kind of just appears, the world appears as
Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though.
It's been a long time since I played Bastion. I really remember.
Kid just rages for a while.
Yeah. I forgot how good the soundtrack is as well, honestly. Yeah, alright.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do.
This game looks really
Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
Like, although when I watched the documentary that was talking about Transistor, they were like mentioning how a lot of people thought Bastion was a kids game because of the art style, and they didn't really they didn't really want to go with that for Transistor. You know, like interesting stuff to listen to hear about. Alright.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
Press Y to heal. Okay.
A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Oh. Yeah, let's refill those tonics.
Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
What's that? Crystal barrette. A memento, a fashion accessory covered in soot. Holds great value of the sentimental variety. Also holds hair firmly in check. Best hang on to it just in case. city crest, a memento and identification badge from the old days. All those on official business for the city bear the Star of Caledonia? Caledonia? I don't remember this. It is said to represent warmth, labor, and sacrifice.
It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view.
Wait, nice. OBS, don't do that. Okay, thank you, OBS. Oh, you. Go away. There we go. Salute. When injured, press Y to use a health tonic to heal.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous water holes.
Celandia.
Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief.
Oh. There we go.
Special delivery. Gas, fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Ow. Ow.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Wait.
Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here.
Alright. Let's see what this Bastion thing is. Evasive road to avoid oncoming attack.
He gets a good look at things on his way down.
Oh, just like this. Okay.
He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
Oh, shit. Ah. Yeah.
The kid pockets a memento from a breaker. Once the
Something
fastest
stringy.
man in the land.
Something stringy, an upgrade material for the Breaker's Bow, a stretch of Messergold, I guess, prized by bowyers and pelt ball fans. One more reason for the popularity of messy hunting. Ah.
Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true.
Oh. Oh, that was fun. Let's refill those tonics.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Whirlwind.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
Press R.
He's a mighty fast learner. finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Ooh, there we go. Squirt cider, max 10 health. Dread rum, 10 critical chance. Active only when at full health. Fetching fist absorbs stray fragments. Spirits provide passive bonuses. Yeah.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the
Fetching
job.
fist oh boy. I can definitely think of how you get that wrong. Breaker's bow to bounce from target to target. Dancing shot. I think I'll just stick with. Yes, I can choose by one. New weapon assigned to B. I think this is a good. Yeah, fetching something else instead. This then again, no, this is not marked for kids. What am I saying? Yeah, fetching jizz. I was going to be like, kids might watch this, no. Kids may watch this, but this is not made for kids. Just so YouTube knows, don't shut me down, YouTube.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. Kid
Shit.
better watch his step.
Ah, crap.
That one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though.
Never used them. Oh.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Whoa.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
Whoa.
Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Oh shit. Game, please stop hanging. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. kid puts him out of his misery.
Okay. I'm done wrecking
He
havoc.
finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. At last, the skyway is in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell.
Asked about the seal representing the city of Caledonia. Weren't these only meant to be for uniform identification?
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Core. Asked about the large bluish mineral found in the Wharf district. It feels warm to the touch and hums like a motor. What exactly does it do?
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
Crystal Barrett asked about what happened to Nacy, the girl who used to pin her hair back with this. Is she here already? Where is everyone?
I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up. Ain't always much to say.
Alright. Something heavy, an upgrade material for the sail hammer, a chunk of precious alloy found deep underground, the staple dialect of Gaspalas, who use it, also used in all manner of industry.
Just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build.
Plans for a distillery whose specially built brute spirits enhance one's natural ability. Just need a place to build it. The only spirits permitted on the rippling walls were the kind that increase productivity. Arsenal, plans for a facility that stores weapons and secret skills. Just need a place to build it. Caledonian pioneers always traveled light, locking up anything they didn't need to on hand. I say the arsenal. Mirror
The
shield.
Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Mirror shield, there we go. A secret technique that automatically counterblocks all incoming attacks for a short time. Made famous in a spectacular showing in the bull-headed court. Yeah, I think I might just use the mirror shield.
Ain't much kid can't handle with hammer and bow in hand. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
Proving ground, hone their skills and focus with their bows. Oh, I remember this. Find them and bring it back, then maybe useful supplies here as well.
The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learn their way here.
Yeah, let's do that first.
The Breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused. He's armed. And he's off. Perfect shot just happens in a flash.
Yeah, I kind of know what to do. I'm definitely not doing this well.
Kid ain't done bad at all.
Claim your price before you go. Let's price 10 shots of fuel. Alright. Fragments of the old world usable at the Bastion.
He returns with some of the materials we need. Sometimes a single look says it all.
Guess I can't upgrade my weapon yet. Wait, what? Attack power increases when bowstring is drawn. Okay. Let's see if I can do 10 shots of fuel this time.
Kid ain't had enough of the Breaker's barracks. Takes practice, and a mighty strong bow helps too.
Oh, okay. I really need to get the timing for the power shot right. There we go. See this one. And this is how things always happen. I just get so caught up in trying to get this done. Alright. Power shot. It's almost there. Try it one more time. Hello, stranger. Goodbye, stranger. Yeah, there we go. Crap. Yeah.
Puts on the right solid performance.
Second prize. Something fancy, an upgrade material for a certain weapon. A clockwork organizer, one used for work and recreation. These springs and sprockets could be put to better use. Alright, I think let's progress to the next part. Oh. Core detected. Find it and bring it back. The workman ward. There may be useful supplies there as well.
The workman ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here.
The Bastion. Those once busy shipping lanes are now completely gone.
The wharf district. Folks sail deep into the boundless sea from here. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. He heads for the biggest dump in town, Scumbag Alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all, Gershel. The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. They always said old Gershel wouldn't go without a fight. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back.
I'm not like the biggest fan of the machete. That's okay then, I guess.
No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him.
Something sharp. An upgrade material for the war machete. A batch of zowood leaves, best not handled barehanded. The world's sharpest blades are treated with their oil.
He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Upgrade material. Select an upgrade. Draw speed plus 2 target penetrations per shot.
With a good length of meat-gut, that bow's like new again.
Meat-gut. Okay, next one. 50% damage. Arrows cause damage over time. Okay.
Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows.
Okay. There we go. That's the upgrade.
Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. Never much cared for that big wide grin of his.
Oh.
Keeps telling himself he better watch his step.
Oh.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock.
Ragged hood.
Know why gas fellas all dress alike? Kids wondering the same thing.
Memento. A solid garment like the gas fellas wear. Gas fellas used to tend to the mines, but are now storming the remains of Caledonia in alarming numbers. But for what? Thank you, thank you.
And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it.
Ragged Hood asks about the Ragged Hood belonging to some ill-fated guest fella. Why are they flooding the city, ransacking its remains?
The windbags used to be alright, then the calamity took the floor out from under him. What else is there to say? Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next.
Forge or distillery? The forge.
A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
I can't do anything anyway.
Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
Two cores. Actually, let me get that. See, I can get that last thing. Now they have upgraded the bow. Okay. Second prize. How many shots do I need for the first prize? 5 shots of fuel. Oh god. Okay. Because I messed up that first one. I know I can do it. No, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 at the last one. Basically need to aim properly. Let's do this again. Really? Really? Almost got it, and then I screwed up.
He's feeling real proud of that show.
There we go. First prize! Breaker volley. Cleared.
I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge.
And I did. Breaker volley, a skill used by swiftest breakers, delivering arrow after arrow in rapid succession, devised by the breaker's most renowned archery instructor. Yeah. Alright. Those windbags can keep what's left of the place. The melting pot or the sound down path? It has to be locked up here somewhere amid all the cargo. Oh shit, I didn't do... No! I need to look at the info.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
Yes. Use the restart button improving our triangle. Yes, what was the restart button? Should have told me earlier.
The melting pot. Place hoarded all sorts of fineries from beyond the boundless sea.
Ooh, from beyond the boundless sea.
They tied it up at the melting pot when they heard the kid was coming back. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down.
Oh, something nasty. Something nasty, an upgrade material for the Fang Repeater, a prickly bundle of bones from a carrion critter. The city never got these under control. The calamity did.
It cuts down every stab weed like there's gonna be a prize for it.
Oh.
Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages. No breaking a cage like that, but the kid tries anyway. Gotta find a way to spring it open. Ain't no easy way out of this mess.
Trip mine.
Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous.
Press R to use mines. Switch?
He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong?
Everything?
Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, It's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he popped that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30, hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It ain't all bad, as a kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. It's a troublesome scene to be sure. Moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. You give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. I still remember the look on his face after that one.
Well, a lot of things happened in that one, that's for sure. Asked about the ancient spices found tucked away in the melting pot. Where did they come from and when?
Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Celandia. It was good living here for a while.
Ceylon.
We ain't much for pleasantries. Kids' lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
Distillery.
Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
Red rum. Hearty punch. One chance to carry on if defeated. Damage rounding falls if defeated. Aromatic beverage served piping hot. According to folk tales, it can almost wake the dead. Real whiskey. 100% critical hit chance. Active only when below 33% health. Scentless yet very brisk beverage of boiled rattletail whisker. Used to revive patients in triage centers. Cylindric spout. There's 33% speed while defending. Spicy, nutty flavors and a dry aftertaste. Very heavy and filling. Let's see. get hearty punch, I think. Oh, I can change. Just realized. Alright.
Hearty punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
Ranch.
That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for it.
Sure, let's go there. The one machete strikes very quickly and destroy attack at
Windbag Ranch was built for
vicinity.
gathering squirt extract in copious supply. Ain't nothing more healthful. Some folks showed up to make a fast buck with nothing but a knife. Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Slippery little devils. Still others use the place to test their finest blades. Kid cuts all of them down soon enough.
Under 90 seconds. Oh boy. That's not gonna happen.
Kid comes back from Windbag Ranch, smelling good and ripe.
Attack Scripper Force, attack.
The little Zolwood oil on that blade shines like a light.
Critical, one plate patrol.
A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff. We talk a little here and there.
Green chain squirts.
Always time for juice and squirts, they used to say. At least the little fellas can't feel a thing. Some squirts tried to flee on instinct. best to put them away first, before they rile up the others.
What you mean for them is nasty. Yes.
The ranch was always looking for good help.
Found the switch. But what cost?
There's always more squirts to go around. Kid makes short work of them
That was
things.
like close. Something pointy. The upgrade material for a certain weapon, a strip of knife bark aged to perfection, feared and respected by blacksmiths and woodcutters. Whew. I think it's under 60 seconds. I don't think I can get there yet.
Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
Alright. The sundown path. You should be along this precarious walkway. Be careful up there.
The sundown path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is.
Alright. Getting experience levels raises maximum health.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. But calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them.
Grenades.
These wires to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up.
That's
In
not what I
all
meant
his
to do.
toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Guess fellas, scumbags are all part of the windbag species.
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. Keep your chin up, kid, I tell him.
Something burned, an upgrade material for a certain weapon, a slab of burstone, blown topside during the calamity. Forged in flame already, it is highly resistant to heat.
War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them.
Core detected. Beyond that, no telling what awaits. A veil hangs over this place. Trapper Shingle, Proving Ground. The trappers once tested their hunting rifles as well as their footwork gear. Alright, let's upgrade. 55% custom reload.
Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them. That's Trapper Shingle, only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater.
Alright.
No place better than Trapper Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Expert trappers got something extra to give them an edge.
Yeah. Something nasty. Something greasy. Upgrade material for a certain weapon, a tin of rattletail or a mechanical lubricant, extracted from a species of a subterranean pest. Alright. That one wasn't so hard. You just really got to...
To think a
Fire
rickety
quickly.
place like the Shingle survived, when so little else did.
Alright, let's upgrade it and then I can do that challenge again. 50% damage, improve firing rate, wider attack spread.
That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Alright. That should get me the last prize. Hopefully. Advance to a better position with the
Kid decides to keep working his aim and footwork on the Shingle. Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines. master trappers got what they needed for a better hunt.
There we go. New start.
The trappers would have been impressed with how the kid handled the shingle.
Book called a heavy sedative, which causes the target to lose consciousness on impact. Considered unsportsmanlike by some trappers.
With the bow and repeater at the ready, Kid aims to keep a safe distance.
Yeah, let's try that. Far range dreads.
The Hanging Gardens. Folks used to go here to relax from their relaxing.
Relax from their relaxing. Beyond that, no telling what awaits a veil hangs over this place. Oops, excuse me.
The dead welcome him with open arms.
Oh, okay. Well, that was nice.
The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close.
Oh shit. Ah!
Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him.
Oh, there's someone right there.
Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. Hits a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it.
Oh shit. Ah!
The Jawsons. They didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
Ura Sigil, a memento, insignia borne by people of the Ura heritage. The Tazal spade was a rare sight in Caledonia before the calamity, as very few Ura live in the city. Now there are fewer still.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? core survives as well. Kid does what he has to do. And then... what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please.
The survivor agreed to return to the Bastion.
He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zulf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia.
Caelondia.
He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other. For the first time.
Rux. Now we have his name.
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now.
Talk to Zulf about life in Caelondia before the calamity. What was it like living in the city? Didn't he get homesick?
For Zulf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
Crystal beret. Shows off the crystal beret from the rippling walls. You didn't happen to see a girl who wore this in her hair, did you?
We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine.
Have you been in Caelondia long? Do you travel all the way from the
He was
east?
born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. Kid says hello, but Zulf's lost in thought. Kid ain't finished here yet.
Alright.
The cores, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
Plans for a structure that chronicles past and future efforts. Just need a place to build it. A necessary testament to the calamity. By paying tribute to the past, one may be better prepared for the future. Lost and found. Plans for a facility that holds and restores a variety of valuables. Just need a place to build it. The calamity tore the whole world to pieces, yet even its smallest fragments can be restored in the Bastion. Lost and found, I guess?
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Okay. War machete skill. Something coarse. Something nasty, something sharp, something stringy, something heavy. Bronze spyglass. Whale ale, Bastion bourbon. Lunkhead liqueur. Stepsatine. Automatically retaliate when injured.
All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
Yeah. I can upgrade my bow later, I guess.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
Hive orchard. Detected it should be nested by the shrine to the god of commotion and order. Commotion? I guess it's commotion. Cinder brick fort. Too bad it lies deep beside the toughest fort in the city.
There's Pith Orchard, built in honor of the bull, and folks like Zulf who pray to him.
Let's go there, I guess.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the orchard core is long gone too. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god.
A memento, a machine-stitched likeness of the god of commotion and order. As the people of Caledonia grew more self-reliant, they grew less fearful of their gods and turned them into commodities.
Pith stood for something once. Something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects.
Something coarse. A great material for a certain weapon, a cord of refined alloy favored by machinists, used to make firing mechanisms and ammunition.
Well, no use turning back just yet. Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one. The gods ain't gonna catch you if you fall.
Well, that's nice.
Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell them off?
Folks shall grow quicker and move. No bonus? No bonus?
Pith.
Caution, foes will be stronger.
Kid decides to press his luck.
Whoa.
Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore. Kid ain't never seen windbags that quick. Maybe old Pith put a scare in him. Kid passes Pith's trial, and he's richer for it. Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
Plush fish As Duff about the plush toy from the 5th Orchard. Would like to hang on to this? The Ura people worship the same gods as us after all.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy.
The gods didn't bother to stop the calamity, did they?
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Do I have money to get the spirit? Kinda. A memento. Something heavy. Whale ale. Stapsity. I kind of really want Bastion bourbon. So I just hold on to it. Bullhead caught. Very few emerged unscared from the bullhead caught, but many tried. Oh shit, I meant to perform a damaging counter.
The accused always got a fair shake in Ceylondia. Some used to take the bullhead trial. Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man.
Good timing. Oh shit.
A bullhead trial taught folks 3 things. First, a good defense is a good offense. Second, gotta always watch your back. Third, ain't no godlike bull up there gonna save you.
Oh shit. There we go.
The smarter ones knew when to just step aside and let things go. Some folks wound up taking the coward's way out. trial pushed many a man to his limits.
Shit.
The kid makes it out in one piece.
Third prize. Really need to time those blocks right.
Well, the kid always wanted to compete in the bullhead trial.
Now I can get that. Then again, I think I can. 100% damage counter blocking the bullheaded shield, so 200 plus 300. I might get this instead.
Finders keepers.
Okay. Yeah, I can do the trial better, hopefully. Draw speed, 2 changes per shot.
A sip of lunkhead liqueur will toughen you up. Too bad it's like drinking a saddlebag.
30% speed while defending. Get that instead.
That's the bullhead court. Folks defended themselves there with shields, not words.
Alright, let's try it again. Just before you get hit before a damaging counter block.
Court is back in session for the kid. Old ritual from when folks believed there was this godlike bull watching over them. Had to make do with nothing but a shield.
Hit. Oh shit. Go.
The kid pulls through in fine form.
Yeah. What's the next one? 3 hits of fuel. I could do it, honestly. But I think I'll save it for next time when I need more money, more currency. And
It wasn't fixed, it was unbroken.
broken. Bronze spyglass. Offer Zolf the spyglass found on the sundown path. Maybe this can help you take your mind off things. You could help us find new skyway paths.
Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. Zolf's the talkative sort. At least he used to be.
Ask about the bronze spyglass taken from the sundown path. Only stars remain on the horizon. The mountains are gone. We are no closer to the stars now, are we?
We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we build.
In the brick fort, Core detected. Too bad it lies deep inside the toughest fort in the city. Okay, let's try this. Trying the war machete. Second prize. The last one needs to be under a minute. Yeah.
Place gets awful slick sometimes.
Let's try this again. Not a good start. Wasn't very far off actually.
carves through all of them in a
there we
flash.
go. First prize, Ghost Blade.
Well, the kid's gone and struck terror in the hearts of squirts everywhere.
War machete. Something nasty. Man, I missed up a lot of stuff in the levels, it seems. I really got to make sure to search harder. Alright. Cinderbrick Fort.
That's Cinderbrick Fort, where the marshals used to watch over the city.
Perfect. Let me switch up my weapons. Slices through everything in its path.
The repeater and machete, favorite choices of the Ura hunters we once fought.
There's also like documenting National Geographic. Yeah, that's kind of the whole. That's kind of the thing.
There's only one way to Cinderbrick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
Oh shit! No, I fell again. I really like the narrator's voice though. Actually, because of him, I actually played another game that I found out that he voiced in. I ended up buying that game and playing it, and I really enjoyed that game as well. Can you go away? Nope.
The calamity was mercy, normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky. They've been left to freeze, or starve, or face the kid. Wham! Kid's ready for the windbags this time. Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides.
Oh shit. Close the wrong button.
Good thing the windbags don't know kids fresh out of health tonics.
Shotgun.
Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. The calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days. Windbags can't use the marshal supplies, but the kids sure can. So many stairs, somebody's sure to trip. As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while.
What game was it? It's called Primordia. It's like a game about robots and AI as well. Hilariously.
The fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it though.
Oh, whoa. Oh wait.
So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort.
Like Primordia is about the robot future where there are no more humans, and robots are pretty much the surviving species of the planet. But you know, humans were became revered as gods because you know they are the creators. It was a really interesting concept and idea. I really enjoyed it.
Not a scratch on him as he presses on to higher ground.
Not a scratch on me. I had a lot of scratches. You just don't see it now.
Kids blasting everything in sight with that newfangled musket.
There we go.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. Kid ain't afraid of getting burned. They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. Then they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles. They got something to gain, and only their sorry hides to lose. Kid takes down Glutus, or maybe it was Glandon. The uncles go out with a whimper. The windbags finally get the message. Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
Marshal's badge, a memento, a prestigious symbol of the city's law enforcement. The city's citizens respected and admired the marshals for their unwavering dedication to preserving peace and justice. I am bad at pronouncing things.
The skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
The scrap musket is especially powerful up close and can send foes flying.
Kid shows up just as Zulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was a smoking pipe. Poor kid collapses after just one drag.
To back out of most areas. Okay.
The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past
Who knows where?
is history. Past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started.
19 reflections remain.
Fair to say he's led a hard life, supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Ceylondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
Oh, crap.
Will he finally arrived at Caelandia's vaunted safe haven? He and no one else. But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
Who knows where and overcoming waves of foes. Marshal's badge. Did the marshals ever give you a hard time being an Ura?
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Smoking pipe. Where do you get this? In the city they used to say this stuff was very strong. Yes, where do you get the
Zolf
drugs?
brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
The marshals brought the city back to working order after the war, didn't they?
Even since the Uras surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
Final warning. Scrap musket skill. Something coarse. Blast straight out of the air, causing a flurry of projectiles to rain down to the area. Sure. Upgrade for the sail hammer. Alright. Let's upgrade some stuff. 15% range. 25%.
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel. The marshals learn to pack those shells full of fire.
8%, 55% reload. Alright.
A bow ain't much good in a crowd, but a musket sure is.
Pipe. Let's see what's there. I think I might call it a stream. It's been 2 hours. Oh, to the monument. Whoops.
Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this.
Shrine and memorial. Ruin plans for a structure that chronicles past and future efforts. New visuals available.
The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in
Memorial to
kind.
Caledonia. With the memorial.
The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more.
Discover the lost mementos. Gain the mementos, learn the secret skills. Restore the land piece by piece. Reach the required number of land pieces through travel exploration. Vanquish creatures touched by the calamity. Okay. Defeat 10 or more foes in the well-paced single shot. Quickly strike foes 15 times in a row without missing. Defeat a foe by counter-blocking its melee attack while at less than 20% health. Defeat a hardy foe with the last bolt in the clip. Defend 3 foes with a single well-timed power shot. Deliver a single crushing blow to a foe for at least 70 damage. Ooh, okay, so that's like
Words
challenges.
can't express what happened, but they're all I got.
Yeah. Guess. So that's gonna be it for this stream of Bastion. Really makes me remind me why I enjoyed playing this game the first time I did, which was like many years ago. It's actually like Bastion was actually was the first game I actually bought on Steam actually. Yeah, if I'm correct. Like Bastion was the game that made me actually got a Steam account and actually buy it so I could actually play it. Because I remember when I played like the demo version, I think, but that was on like the Google Chrome store. If I remember correctly, it was like a long time ago, gosh. But yeah, I think I played that and I really enjoyed it. But I never really thought much about it until like later. Then I saw like the full version of the game, and then I was like, okay, I'll get a Steam account. Like after like many years of not wanting to get one, because I'm a grumpy old person who doesn't like new things sometimes. But yeah, so Bastion was actually the game that actually made me get a Steam account. So you know, kind of funny now thinking about it. Even back then I was like really into Supergiant stuff, but didn't really understand it until Transistor actually. But yeah, so anyway, that's it for the first stream of Bastion. Really enjoyed the game. The gameplay is a bit dated for sure. I feel like it's still solid, but it's definitely not as like engaging as what Pyre and Transistor has. But you know, honestly, as a first game, it was really cool. Like the first game that they made was really cool, and I really enjoy it, and I still enjoy it. And you know, I hope you guys who watch this enjoy it too. What else? Like I haven't eaten lunch at all, so I'm a bit, my brain's a bit blurred right now. I need to eat after this. Maybe I'll order something. Anyway, yes. Thanks guys for watching this stream. Always appreciate it. And thanks to the VOD viewers who watch this later. I assume whoever they are, always appreciate that too. But yeah, I'll be back next week with more Bastion. And I think Thursday I might have to do a stream because the Hades update is coming up, so I need to get on that as well. The event will always be up on the channel when it happens, so you know, feel free to keep an eye out for it, but no pressure. Anyway, yeah. Thanks guys. Thanks. Oh god, my mouth. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoy Bastion as much as I am, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, goodbye.